I've been in the hospital for the last 8 days. And you can probably tell based on my bushy eyebrows. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what's going on there. But yeah, I've been here for the last 8 days. And the doctor looked at my leg today and said that it looked really, really good. He actually didn't even expect it to look that good. So that's good news. I'm very happy that that's what it is. But another thing that he said was that I will need to have like this, I don't know what the term for it is, but basically to have like this frame, external frame on top of my leg, even after they put the panels inside, after the third surgery, that I will have to wear for about 4 months. I was so upset. I was crying. I was like, I just couldn't believe it. Can you imagine having that? And like, how do you dress? How do you go to work? And it's really heavy. So you can't even move around much, and you have to make sure that you keep your leg elevated constantly. So it's really, really hard. I was very upset. But the reason why we are waiting here is not only because we are waiting for the leg to heal completely. We also are waiting to find a doctor in New York to make sure that he does a surgery, because there's going to be a lot of follow-ups, and we want to make sure that the doctor in New York does a surgery and we find a good one. So today we were researching those doctors to make sure that we find one, and we did. And actually 2 of those doctors said that they don't put any frames on top of the leg. So that made me very relieved. I just sincerely don't want to have any frames on top of my legs. It's just too much. I was talking to my friends and my family, and everybody was saying, you know, it's okay. You were actually very lucky that it happened what happened, because you could have broken your head, your spine, your I don't know, anything else. Or maybe being in Mexico, they wouldn't even operate on you and just like amputate your leg or whatever it is. Like, it could be so much worse. But it's very, very hard to see that when you're in the position when people tell you, yeah, you know, you're gonna have this, not a cast, but this frame, huge frame with these like round like circles around your leg to hold the bones inside, and everything will go through the bone. When you know that you will have that, that's like the worst feeling in the world, and you like just think that this is it. Like, how am I gonna live like that, you know? And even though they tell you it's only for 4 months, after that they take that off. You have to be on the physical therapy for a very long time, because you don't use your leg, and you have to start learning to walk again after that time. And then just such a long process, and I was very upset. Like, people kept really telling me that that's okay, you know, like that. And I do agree with them. I do agree with that 100%. I am very, very lucky, but it's really hard to actually, you know, understand that now. So one suggestion for me is, when you tell people, you know, you'll be fine, everything is gonna be fine. I know that. But please tell me that you agree with me that this whole thing sucks. That it's a shitty situation to be in, that it's fucking sucks, that it's like one of the worst experiences you can have ever you can ever have. I get it, it will go away. I get it, I am lucky, I truly am. But it just like, if just my suggestion, if your friend or family member is in a situation like this, don't tell them. Definitely calm them down, tell them that everything will be fine, because everything will be fine. But just make sure that you also understand that it does suck, and just listen to them, and just be there for them. Don't try to, you know, convince them to think otherwise. Just be there for them, you know, just listen, just nod and be like, yeah, I know it sucks. I know it sucks. That's it. Just listen to them. Let them cry. You know, don't try to calm them down. Just let them be. Another thing was, I was laying in bed, and this delivery guy comes in, and I'm about to go to sleep, and he comes in and he's like, well, I brought you these like the wheelchair that we ordered, and this pump, like a mini pump that I'm gonna use to leave the hospital while I'm in between switching the hospitals. He's like, so what happened? I told him my story, and I told him like how upset I was and all that. But I said at the end, I said, I'm lucky that it's just a leg, because it could have been so much worse. And he says, I do this for living. I not only deliver different medical supplies, he also delivers different body parts. And he said that he's seen, and I'm not gonna go into details, but he said he's seen so many crazy things. Young people just dying, and it just within a second, and that's it. And he said that he himself was in an accident. And when somebody told him that he had something just a little bit with his face, he said, that's it, that I'm a lucky guy. And that made me realize also, I am lucky also, because it's just a leg. Another thing that he said, at least we have a story to tell. Those other guys, they don't, unfortunately. So he said, just smile and just be happy, because you're very lucky. And that's what I'm planning on doing. So again, guys, enjoy every single moment you have in your life. Don't postpone things. Don't be like, you know what, I'll just do it later. Don't. If you can do it now, do it now. Enjoy every moment. It is so, so important.